Hi everybody, it's Nettie at Nettie's Dolls and welcome to my channel. I'm an adult doll collector and my videos are for adults. So it's been a couple of weeks since I made my last video, which was in May, and now it's June. And I had been taking care of myself, very much so in the month of May. I had said that my theme for the month of May was May I Take Care of Myself. And that went away. I mean, that went along very well, I think, with other YouTubers that were doing, using May as Mental Health Awareness Month. And I believe that is the case. It makes sense. Mental health, it starts with an M, and May starts with an M. So, yeah, that makes sense to me anyway. So one of the ways that, primarily the ways I've been taking care of myself, besides adding to my doll collection, taking care of my dolls, because I don't always, film everything that I do with my dolls. But I do a lot of fishing, and I've talked about that already in my other videos. So the only thing I will say is that I took a really nice long vacation break from work, which I desperately needed. And I went down to the Jersey Shore, which is about 2.5 hours from where I live here in Pennsylvania, and did a lot of fishing on the shore. Didn't catch anything on the shore, on the beach, I mean, but it was fun just going out there and casting my rod and, really working it was fun. And then later I took a chartered boat, a small chartered boat with about probably 20 others on the boat, maybe quite not that many. And we were going out for striped bass, also known as stripers. And I was one of the lucky ones to actually catch one. And it actually was too big. I'll pop a picture of me in this video showing you how I am dressed and everything. Let me tell you, I was bulked up, because you have to wear waders. I do anyway, and with long underwear under, because when you get out on the beach, get offshore onto the Atlantic Ocean, even though it's not miles and miles away, it gets very cold at night. So anyway, I was dressed up, and I have a great picture. And my striped bass was 42.5 inches, and it was too big to keep. Believe it or not, they have requirements that any fish that you want to keep and eat would have to be between 38 and 41 inches. Anything less, you throw back to the sea. Anything larger, you throw back to the sea. And that was fine with me. And I gave my fish a good pat on the back and thanked it for allowing me to catch it. And then it was placed back into the sea. So anyway, that's enough about fishing. So anyway, I am dressed in blue, and I try to do that when I'm going to talk about Maplelea Canadian girl dolls. I don't always dress in blue, but I try to anyway. So today I'm going to be talking about Leonie. I have 3 Leonies in my collection. One that I bought in a bagged sale. Sorry, I feel like I got hair in my mouth. Do I? Oh my gosh. I am so human. Okay, I am so human. And I got to pause. Yeah, the coast is clear. I was good. So anyway, I was talking about Leonie, and my first Leonie that I ever got was a bagged Leonie. I'll show you her in a minute. And then my second one I bought brand new from the Maplelea Canadian website. And she has yet to be opened. And then I finally was able to find a very old Leonie from 2008. And her lot number is like 01. She's old. And I believe she may be a first original release. So any of you that are viewing this channel and are big time Canadian Maplelea girl doll collectors, please let me know in the comments if I do indeed have a very old one. So anyway, let's get to it. I'm going to go ahead and show you my first Leonie to me. She was dressed in one of her outfits. I forget what this outfit is called. Maybe as I am going to redress her. So I think that she'll probably have the name of her outfit here. I do not have a guitar for her. Those guitars sold out. And I also have a set of these really cute glasses for her that are heart-shaped. And Leonie comes from Quebec. I hope I said that right. And I've never been to is it Quebec or Quebec? I think it's Quebec. So which sounds like you're starting for me, it sounds like I'm saying it with a K as opposed to a QU, which would be Quebec. So anyway, I am from the States, so yeah, I'm ignorant in that. You know, I haven't lived in Canada. I've traveled to some provinces, but not enough. And as I've said in my other videos, I'm trying to get this on her and look in the mirror, see if I can get them on right. Nope, I can't. I just got to look at her this way. She is, in my opinion, one of the prettiest dolls that Maplelea makes of the character dolls. I really love Sila. It's not fair to even, I mean, compare any of the other dolls to Sila because she is indigenous. She's an Inuit, and she is so unique and not Caucasian like the other character dolls. So I am having a hard time getting this on her. There. All right. It just like clicked into place. So that's what it looks like. She's really cool. She likes to play the guitar, all that. And she has this really neat leather studded, it's like a faux leather studded wristlet, which is really cool. And then I believe she came in these shoes. I don't remember. Normally when you get bagged dolls from Maplelea, they're not always available. It's like hit or miss with those. Oftentimes they come in the buff and are not dressed already. Usually they do come with a fashion, but just want to let you know, this is how my Leonie came. She is so beautiful. And I don't know enough about her. You know, there are other YouTube channels that give a lot more information about Leonie. I'm not probably going to get into too much about her character because I'm ignorant about that. Just want to show you this doll, and look how beautiful she is. Her eyes are gorgeous. She does have a beautiful, beautiful face. She is maybe, some people find the Maplelea Canadian doll's faces very expressive, maybe a bit too realistic. I think she has a very calm, kind of like chill face, and she's beautiful, and her hair is very soft and very shiny and very golden. So let me see, what am I gonna redress her in? So I have an outfit already that I think I'm gonna dress her in, and before I do, it's actually in this case. And the reason, I'm going to put Leonie off to the side here for a minute. And this is a fashion, I don't remember what the name is. I'm going to, when I open it up, I'll be able to look and tell you. But it came with a, you know, a piece of luggage. The wheels do move. And the reason I'm showing you this, okay, that comes up, is that many people have had problems opening this, thinking that it doesn't open and that it's just fake, okay, like it's not a real working piece of luggage, but it is. And I cannot open this just as is. I feel like I would break my nails. So how I open this, I'm going to show you, is that I use a flat tip screwdriver. You might be able to use a butter knife. I haven't tried that, but I'm going to see if I can show you here. What I do is I put it underneath this latch here. See, I just slip it in like that, and then just a pump, like a little pump. Boop, and it's open. That's all it takes. So get yourself a flat tip screwdriver and do that. And then here's the outfit, okay, that I'm going to dress Leonie in. And this is the, all the fashions come in boxed outfit. I mean, they come in like the blue box, and they usually have an information, a piece of information that you can put in a doll journal, which I'll show you shortly here when I open up my boxed Leonie. But let me get this out real quick. And it is called Weekend Away Set. And I cut the little clips off of the box and store them. And then you'll see that it came with this piece of journal information. It comes in English and in French. And this this outfit was actually assigned to Alexi, who is the Canadian Maplelea doll from Toronto, but Leonie's going to borrow it, so for this video. So let me go ahead and just put this journal piece away. Sometimes I do try to put the journals in with the dolls that they belong to, but oftentimes I'll just keep it with the set. So anyway, the set comes with this headband and this one-piece set. It does not come with shoes. And of course it comes with this, right? So let me set all that stuff aside and get Leonie undressed. And I'm going to get her little glasses out of the way. All right, so these, I am going to try a different pair of shoes on her. These are really cute. I do think that they came with Leonie now that I think about it. It's been so long. I had her for so long. And just because my doll room has always been in disarray, I just never opened her up. And very sad that it took so long to open her up. But I think I opened her up about two months ago, maybe. So, okay. And then let me see. Okay, this actually has 2 snaps. I'm going to just lay her down for a minute and unsnap that. Okay, see? Just like that. It's cute. And if you're new to my channel or you're new to Maplelea dolls, you can find out their age by looking on the back here. There's this print on the head. It's a neck stamp. And this tells me that this particular Leonie is from 2016-12. So December 2016 is when she came out. And there's also tags on the body that give a little more information. And it says KL1U Leonie doll. I'll show you in a minute. And it also has the correct date that was on her neck stamp. So in case you find that you get a used one and this has been clipped off because people don't like tags on their dolls for whatever reason, you would look at the neck stamp, okay? It won't tell you that it's a Leonie doll, but at least you would see what year she was from. And these are really, I really like this outfit that she came in. It's really, really cute. All right, I am just going to lay her down so I can get these pants off. And these clothes do fit American Girl dolls, and they also fit our generation dolls. I would suspect they fit most 18-inch size dolls. The shoes, hit or miss. I know Maplelea says that they fit American Girl dolls. I find that they fit our generation a little better, but I struggle with American Girl dolls. It's hit or miss. So I can't claim that that's the case. All right, get the Velcro out of the way. This is so cute. Now, let me see. Which is the front? Is there a tag in the back so I can tell? Yeah, this is like me dressing myself. Like trying to figure out what's what. I guess it doesn't. Oh no, it's a little poofier in the back here, so I'm going to guess that that's her backside for her bum, right? For her butt. So you just, you're just going to, I know you can't really see in the camera right here, but I'm just slipping this on Leonie. So I went, I have been tagged by cherished doll friends, Cheryl, to, take my dolls out in public. And I did do that in New York with a doll that I bought from American Girl, but I haven't really, done it for real. So, I did a quick video. I was kind of like going through a car garage. Garage where the car was parked for when I go into New York City, because I'm there for the whole day. And so that's a quick little blib, but I will try to make a future video of me braving out, being brave and going out with my dolls. It's really hard for me to do that. I am very, very shy. I am very conscientious about it, but there are times when I absolutely want to bring my dolls out and I don't. So I have to sort of be in the mood to bring my dolls out with me. It's not something I feel that I can just force. So I can't promise when I'm going to make that video, but I will. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this hairband on her. It already looks super cute on her. You know, when I think of Leonie, I think of her as being probably one of the more feminine of the, you know, traditionally feminine of all the girls from Maplelea. And, you know, I need to get to know her a little better. I need to read her journal. I'm not real great with putting hair bows on and stuff like that, but that's kind of like how I did it, you know, and her hair's a little messy. I do have a brush, a Maplelea brush. I also like to use Our Generation, and usually I spritz the hair. And I'll show you that with the older Leonie that I have, but I think she looks adorable in this. Really, really cute. And let me see, what shoes do I have for her? These are called Beautiful Braided Sandals, and you know they're not going to be a good color match maybe. And again, like I said, this is what the box looks like, and then this has a journal. They give you a little journal piece for everything. I think that's so awesome. And this doll doesn't, I mean, these shoes don't, you know, they're not for any particular doll. And then you don't see a doll's name like that. You'll just see the item number. So anybody can wear these shoes. And that's what they look like. So they're definitely blue. I think I probably have something that would match a little better than these. But I'm going to put them on her anyway because I think they're adorable. And I've been really looking forward to actually dressing my dolls in these braids. So I don't know that I have any themes for June for my channel. I'll probably do more box openings. I am planning on reducing my doll collection. I am not getting rid of any of my American Girl dolls or my Maplelea dolls at this time. No, I don't think I'd ever get rid of Maplelea dolls. Rehome them, I mean. Look at that. That's cute. It's a pop of color. Doesn't exactly match. But hey, I just had a thought. Look at this. It matches. It matches her luggage. So yes, I managed somehow to get my Leonie to be in style. So that's very cute. All right, so I will take pictures of her later on at the end of this video. So, but anyway, I just wanted to show you how cute they are. And you know, you're going to have better luck with sandals on American Girl dolls. I'm not going to dress an American Girl doll. I'm not doing a video on them. But I just wanted to mention that you're going to have better luck with a sandal. All right, beautiful. Let me go ahead and put her over there out of the way and get that back in its box. All right. Okay, and then let me see. Who am I going to do next? I think that I'm going to go ahead and do the box opening now of Leonie, okay? So she really doesn't look much different than the one that I just showed you. I mean, that's the modern face. That's what her box looks like. I believe that it was, I got a drip of water there. I got to dry. I believe it was, oh, hang on a minute. Let me get this off. Another YouTuber had talked about this, and I believe it was Blaine, about how their the dolls that are from the provinces, right? Not the Maplelea Me dolls, but the character dolls will have something on their ribbon that indicates their personality and perhaps their colors even. And we know that Leonie likes music, and you can see these represent French, right? And this is a bird, so maybe she's into seagulls, or is that a seagull? I don't know. It looks like an owl. But like I said, I don't know a lot about her, but I did want to point this out. And typically what I do with these banners is I will cut them And then I stick them in a clear plastic drawer that I store my Maplelea dolls in. And Leonie has plenty of clothes, so she gets her own drawer. All right, so, and then this is the back of the box. Very exciting, blah, blah, blah. It's not. But it does say K1, and it's got Leonie's name on the back of the box. Okay, I typically do keep these boxes. I reuse them. I love to put shoes in here, doll shoes, and I also will store, like, I could possibly, if I wanted to, I don't think there's enough room, but I could take all of Leonie's fashions and just put them in this box for her. So, and then it comes like this with her journal, right? So I'm just going to drop her down and see if I can shift this interior insert with her right out of the box. There we go. Yeah, I've got way too much on my little table here. One thing I do like to point out from time to time is that there's a magnetic closure here. These boxes are fantastic. They are different from American Girl doll boxes. I think they're much sturdier. But the thing that you can't do with them is, at least not that I think you can, I never break the boxes down. So by breaking down, I mean, like for American Girl dolls, I can flatten their boxes and store them if it's a character that I want to keep the box. But with Maplelea, I don't believe you can do that. And then this is what it looks like in the back. All that, right? All of that. So I think I can get this out pretty quick. I do have a good set of clippers here, right? Cutters here to get the... I'm just going to cut the wires out. I'm not going to try to untie them, because otherwise that would make this video super, super long. So there's one there for her legs. And let me see. The journal is right here. It is an older style with the clear plastic, which I do like. And then I'll just open it up real quick and just show you again. Look at, has Leonie right there, right? Her name and also her symbol or whatever. And then it just, you know, this comes in French. Well, this is interesting to me. So normally when I open these journals, English is first and then French is in the back, right? But because Leonie is from Quebec and she speaks French, she's got French right away. So everything in her journal in the front is all in French, which is really cool. So I like that. Why not? Make it her native tongue first. Everything. There's all kinds of stuff. I don't read French, but it's actually very interesting to me. And I'm going to see if I can, like, learn it a little bit. So if I were to go into the back, there you're going to see the English. So this is very cool, and I like that. Very thoughtful. I mean, I'm just showing you a couple of things. And there's also blank journal pages, right, that you could draw pictures, write about yourself, all kinds of stuff. Like it says, you know, I love that. I think that's really cute. You know, they have things like this, my celebrations, and it says, tell about 2 of your favorite celebrations, right? Well, one of mine I would put in would be Halloween, right? One of them, although it's a holiday, right? So that's really cute. All right, and then let's see. Did I get her out completely? Not yet. I got distracted. Could you tell? So yeah, I don't know that I think that, you know, this month, like June, I think one of the things I want to do is I want to pick up my walking. I haven't been walking as much, and I do want to bring yoga back into my life, because yoga has always been important to me. And for the last full year, I have not been doing yoga. So I've got to get back to my roots, right? I really need to. So these dolls typically will come, whether it's a Maplelea and Me or a character doll, they usually have plastic, and I think it's to protect them from long-term storage, you know, from some of these colors, because I guess Maplelea assumes that these dolls are for children and that they're going to be redressed. You know, primarily their target is probably children, but they absolutely do listen to adult collectors. And look at her really cool boots. They are a faux leather. And I'm looking to see, yes, they do have a Velcro, so you can take that right off right quick. Now, the interior is white, and you will see that she has no plastic on her, protective plastic on her arms. So that's kind of neat to see. Whoops, she's getting a little loose. So I'm just showing you on the bottom. There's nothing on the bottom. These are pretty plain, but they are kind of shiny on the bottom. I mean, I don't think you can see that a little bit, right? Like there looks like there's a little bit of grittiness to the bottom, but they're not. All right, and let me go ahead and get this off. And then her hair comes like this. You know, it's just to keep the hair nice and neat during storage. So people are probably wondering why I haven't mentioned tariffs. I'm mentioning it now, right? So, you know, I know other people have talked about the tariffs. I believe it was Chris had talked about it on her channel. And her channel is eluding me right now. She's like one of the most popular, current popular YouTube people for AGTube, right? And I'll go ahead and list her YouTube channel in the description. So anyway, she did mention, you know, tariffs and what you need to know and all that stuff. So, so my experience was I wanted to get another Alexi doll. I have, excuse me, I now have 3 in my collection. And when I ordered her, I also ordered some outfits that were new and some shoes because I wanted to get them. So when my order arrived, I was charged tariff fees, which I expected. But what I didn't expect was that I had gotten a brokerage fee from UPS. That's the United Postal Service. And the gentleman that delivers, he's like a regular person, you know. He's the guy that always delivers UPS to me. He's a nice guy and always very friendly. And he was really surprised by it and like apologetic. And you can see here that there's a little red coloring on her, what do you call it, her body here. See that? I don't think it's, is it, okay, it's just fuzz. I don't think that's discoloration from her shirt. Okay, no, that was just fuzz. That's good. And there's no discoloration on her arms, so that's a good thing. And this is kind of neat. These dolls normally don't come with underwear, but she has built-in underwear for her skirt, so that's really neat. And there's an underlayer, as you can see. All right, now, because her hair's so nicely tacked away, I'm going to go ahead and take a look. Her year is 2022-17. So she came from the year 2022, and she's batch or lot number 17. So she is the youngest Leonie in my collection. All right, that's neat. All right, I'm going to keep her hair like this while I'm redressing her. And I do have an outfit that I'm kind of excited to put her into. It is not a Maplelea. It is a handmade fashion from an Etsy seller named Norleen. That's her first name. I'll go ahead and look in Etsy to find out what her Etsy shop is, and then I'll go ahead and put that in the description if you're interested in it. But I did not buy, see this, darn it. I'm going to see if I can, what do you call it, scratch that out. I hope I was so quick in that you couldn't see that. I realized, yeah, I'm going to probably edit it. So anyway, darn. I'm not good at editing videos, but yeah. So anyway, the reason I was kind of showing you it real quick was I actually intended this outfit for my comfort doll, which is a Truly Me 91. She's the doll with purple hair. She's my she has autism, and also is my comfort doll, and I do like to dress her in purple. So, but today Leonie gets this really awesome 2-piece outfit. Look at that. It comes with this little shorty top, and then these really cute overalls. that have button snaps. They look like buttons on the front, but they're snaps. So cute. I'm so upset that I did that, but I'm just going to have to, by the time that you get to this point in the video, it might have been so messed up, I don't know. Yeah, my editing tools and skills aren't that great. All right, so again, can't tell which is front or back. I think this is the front. I'm just going to go ahead and slide it up over her feet, because I do not like putting clothes over my dolls' heads. I know many of us don't, because we don't like messing our dolls' hair up. If I was a kid, I wouldn't care. But I'm an adult kid, and I do care. All right, so let's get this on her. And see how far I can pull that up. I am going to look at their eye color difference toward the end of the video and see if there are, because a lot of times with Maplelea dolls, there are different colors. I mean, their eyes can have different shades depending on the release date of the doll. So it's a curious thing, and we all kind of like it. Some people, I don't think some people like it all that much, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't pick any shoes out for her, did I? I have some clear boots that might work from Maplelea. There are these ones here. I've never put them on any of my dolls yet, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I have another pair of shoes I can put her in. I normally would probably put her in white sneakers, but the Maplelea shoes that I have nearby are, they're new, and they're well, you'll see in a minute. They're definitely a different color. So, all right, now I am sliding this up her backside. And let's see if I can snap this with no problem. This is a beautiful outfit. Really, really cute. Okay. Let's see if I got that right. Isn't that sweet? Look how cute that is. Very cute. It looks great on her. She looks really good in purple. And then you can see at the side here, you know, a little bit of skin showing. And she's got these cute pockets that are real. And she even has pockets here. How incredibly beautiful is that, right? And let me tell you something. Maplelea doll clothes are superior. They are so good, right? They're the best brands. Branded, in my opinion. American Girl used to make really great clothing in the past. Really good quality. Ever so often, though, they do come out with some outfits that are still pretty good. And that I do like. But I love supporting small businesses, and I do often, if you know my channel, you know that I love to redress my dolls in handmade fashion. So, very, very cute. All right, let me go ahead and put these shoes on. These are called Glistening. Oh, that's not them. Do I have them? Did I not bring them over? I thought I did. Darn, I'm pausing. Okay, I had to take a sip of water anyway. So the shoes I'm putting on her are called Swan River slip-on shoes. All right, name's in the back. Musicians de Swan River. That's French. I shouldn't even try to speak French. And then here's the English. Swan River Musicians. That's interesting. There's always so much interesting stuff about it. And I love that Maplelea does this, because I don't know stuff about Canada. Like, you know, and I love getting these little bits. And this is interesting. So these belong to Brienne, right? She's the Maplelea doll that is from the prairies. So she's not Alberta. What is she? Is she Manitoba? I think she's Manitoba. Oops. So let me put that back in the box till I'm ready to, like, do something with these shoes. But that's them. They're cute. They're super pink. And I like them. You know, it's funny. I just thought of something. I didn't have to put these on her because I'm going to do it anyway just to show you. But my old Leonie, the oldest one that I have, she actually has a pair of shoes that would work really well with this outfit. So I'm probably going to eventually stick them on her, you know, borrow them. But this is what these look like. And they're cute. I mean, why not have a pop of color, right? Really, really super cute. And also I wanted to mention that I did get this little bow. This little hair pin that I can put on Leonie. And now I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And you see if I can just slide it off. Because I don't want to have to, yeah. Oops, my kitty might be at the door. You might hear that. He tries to get inside sometimes, and I'm not letting him today. Look at how cute her hair is. It's all kind of curly, right? Because it was been like that for a little bit. That's all right. She looks like she's been outside playing. So I'm going to go ahead and just maybe use this right here, that little clip. Just like that for a little decoration. I think that is so cute. All right, and then what else do I have here that I might want to show you? I have a glistening butterfly purse that I haven't used yet. I haven't opened. So this might be fun to open now. And it's butterflies in the Arctic. Ooh, cool. And this belongs to Taryn. Right? This one's going to belong to Taryn. So I'm borrowing it. Leonie is using everybody else's stuff today. So that's all right. She won't mind. Look at how cute that is. See? It looks like this. There's the butterfly and it glistens a little bit. And it does have a real working zipper on it. It's a little tight, but I can open it. I'm not going to do it all the way, but you can see. I think you can see, right? That it does open a little bit. That is adorable. I mean, actually, if, you know, Leonie was super busy running through, I don't know, the streets or whatever on her way, and her hair clip, she wanted it out, she could probably stick it in this, although it is a little tight. So I'm just going to slide it on here. I think that you can do a crossbody on this, and I'll tell you why. So you can put it on the shoulder, right, like we would expect. And that's what it looks like on her shoulder. But it is a crossbody because look at these little details. There are clips, right, on the edges here that you can unsnap. It's like a lobster claw. I think they call these lobster claw clasps. And then you just open it up like that. And let me see what I can do. Let me see, can I do it while she's standing up? I think so. My eyes are not what they used to be. All right. And there it is now. Her hair is, you know, got the strap. Is covered by the strap right now. So let me just move that. But that's easy. You know what? Another plus about Maplelea. That design is smart, right? Instead of having to fuss it over a doll's hair, which is one of my pet peeves. I can't stand that. They made it so that you don't have to worry about it. Thank you, Maplelea. I don't know that they watch my videos, but I just want to let them know how much I appreciate that. So, very cute. So, my boxed Maplelea is now free. Maplelea. My unboxed Leonie is free. And I'm going to put her off to the side while I finally show you my last Leonie in my collection. All right. Oh, my God. They're so beautiful. Okay. So, here she is. And I have her on a Maplelea stand. And I'm not showing you her front just yet because I just want to get everything in order here. This is what she's looking like from behind. You can see already that she has a very, I'll show her face in a minute. She has a very white, light color to her body. Now, let me get her off the stand. She is wobbly, so she does need a stand. I haven't tried to tighten her legs at all. Don't know that I want to mess with her. And this is just a slide off skirt like the other one. I just want to check real quick to see if the new one is, yeah, it's also elasticized, so there's no difference. This one is, you know, looking a little older. There are some buttons in the front here. See the buttons? And I am looking at the new one to see if that's the case. Huh. Let me lay this Leonie down. So that's interesting. So The new ones do not have buttons on them, right? There are no buttons. The old one has buttons. And these buttons are faux. I mean, they're real buttons, but they don't open. They're just decorative, right? Yes, they're just decorative. How interesting. Okay, so if you're, if you're lucky enough to find Maplelea clothes in the wild and you come across one of these old ones with the buttons, see, you can see the buttons here. There's 3 of them. 4, 5, no, 4. You'll know you've got an older one. Plus, it probably says it. Is there any tags on this? I'm looking to see if there's tags. I don't see. Oh, yeah, there's a tag. My Maplelea, and it doesn't really have any identifiers except the address. All right, now let's check this shirt. So here's the difference. Now, I think is this a handmade? This might have been no, I don't know if somebody handmade this or not. Or if this is original. We'll find out in a minute. But I'm pointing out differences right away. So we got different button styles here, right? At least. Unless the original buttons were gone, because I did get her used. And then you have bows here, bow there, and a bow there. All right. And it is tagged. So, like I said, this is a Maplelea top, but I don't know if the buttons are original or if somebody replaced them. Because the difference with the new shirt is that these are the kind of buttons they have here. And they have bows. So I suspect, because this skirt here has these kind of buttons, right, that the older one probably was repaired. So anyway, it's interesting stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and look at a very old Leonie. Like I said, I believe she's a first edition. And here's her face. And she has an old style that I think they used for Maplelea Me dolls. There's some folks don't like her face. It's different looking. And to me, it is more doll-like. Whereas the newer face mold seems a little more people-like, I still love her. I know some people don't like these dolls' faces. I love her. I don't care. And I think her eyes are very pretty. See? They're almost looks kind of like they're crystallized a little. Now I'm going to compare her to the newest Leonie I have in my doll collection. Her eyes are more green and Leonie's are more brown. Her eyes are a hazel. There is green in there. But hers are definitely more of a light. Much more green in them. Very cute. They're both cute. All right, let me go ahead and look at my middle-aged, the in-betweener and her eyes. Yeah, oopsie. Okay. And I'm going to put this older Leonie down for a minute and show you both Leonie, more modern ones today. All right, and see if there's a difference in their eye color. And I do see a difference. This newer one, to me, 2022, has more brown in her eyes. And this Leonie, from, what did I say, 2000 and, I don't remember. Ooh, I should have wrote it down. But her eyes have more green in them. Very interesting. So there is a variation. I will, of course, put it in the description what each doll is from, what time period. So, okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get this older Leonie redressed into something different. So I do have something I was looking for. Oh, here it is. I actually have an older Maplelea fashion, and a lot of Maplelea clothes are not pink, okay? But I seem to be picking out pink and purples and what have you. But this is the outfit I'm putting her in. I don't know the name of it. I'm going to tell you in a minute what it is. So Let me go ahead and lay Leonie down. Oops. And pick up what just fell. All right. This is a skirt. And the skirt is called KM14. So it's from 2009, like 11, batch 11. So this is old, right? This is a very old skirt. Not quite 10 years old, but it's up there. And Maplelea, I think I don't know when they started doing it because I've only been collecting these styles for a year and a half. And I know I was going off on the tariffs. I'm going to get back to that, okay? So, but anyway, I don't know when they started giving names to their outfits. So let's double check to make sure it's a match. I got this off of, I think, eBay. I found it. Yep, same. So that's the top. And then it comes with a very cute little purse with a zipper. Zipper's bigger. And then the shoes, which are leather-like, right? They're faux leather and they're perforated with hearts. Cute. All right. Let me go ahead and get her redressed. And I'll talk about the tariffs now. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, I ended up getting a brokerage fee from Ups. I do not recommend Ups if you are getting anything from overseas. The U.S. Postal Service does not charge a brokerage fee. But what had happened was normally Maplelea, the company Maplelea normally uses a service called Chit Chat or whatever, and that typically delivers to the USPS, the United States Postal Service. So, and I think the reason that they didn't was because there had been a postal strike. So it ended up, my order, everything that I got, US dollars, was like $172. And with the tariff and the brokerage fee, I was charged an additional $98. So I was like, oh my goodness, that really made me like not want to purchase anymore from Maplelea. I'm not saying, that's not the case. I did do another order, but I did another order because Maplelea said that they can use Chit Chats and get it to me through Ups, not Ups, but through the USPS, United States Postal Service. So I should only have a tariff fee to pay, which is fine. I accept that. I hope, of course, in the future they go away. But for now, that's the deal. And, I pay that and it goes to the government. But I'd rather keep that money in my pocket. Anyway, so just avoiding the brokerage fee really is my goal at this point. So, so I will update you and let you know how that goes. I don't want to talk about it too much because it can be quite the heated topic. And I know there are other viewers that have paid much more in their brokerage fees than I ever did. So I'm lucky that's all I paid. But yeah, I do not recommend Ups at all. Locally, within the United States, they're fine. But it really made me kind of angry, and I felt like they were taking advantage. And I don't know, maybe FedEx does the same thing. So this is what the outfit looks like on her. It is a little short. That skirt is, woo, kind of short. Let me see if I can pull it down a little bit. All right, that's better. I had it up too high. And it comes with these cute little pockets, right? And then let's get these shoes on her. Yes, my Leonie needs some work done on her hair. I'm going to see if I can wet it down real quickly and brush it out. Once I get everything on her. Okay, and here are the shoes. Cute. I'm going to back up the camera a little bit. Sorry for the sound. There, that's better. Sorry I was up so close with that. Yeah, that's cute. It's a very casual outfit. And then here's I am not getting this over her head. No way. It's a shoulder purse. So, and I did not put that on right. Whoa. It's a little stiff, actually, this purse. It does feel a little stiff. Like, it probably, I don't know how often it was used, but like this is just a little stiff. So it's not sitting quite right on this beautiful Leonie. There we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just brush her hair real quick. See if how it feels. You know, I'll tell you what. For her age, her hair actually feels really good. It is not dry. I have gotten other, I like to spritz the hair with water. I don't, any of my dolls, whether they're our generation, American Girl, or Maplelea, I do not like to brush their hair while it's dry. And even this is a little not wet enough. So I gotta pay a little attention here. I like to dampen it just a little. It doesn't have to be soaking wet, but just a little bit to see what I can do. Her hair is in really good style. I have, like I was saying, I have gotten used Maplelea dolls, and their hair, like my one of my Alexi's, her hair was very, very, very dry, and I've tried to treat it with some conditioner and best I can do, and it's better. I'm probably going to have to go over it with a curling iron, you know, damp hair and a curling iron on the or a flat iron, not a curling iron, a flat iron, and you know, go over that carefully. So her hair is very thick and beautiful. I don't feel like I'm doing her justice right now. I actually probably would like to spend a little more time on her hair, but you can see how long it is. And when I just brushed it out a little bit, you can see the dampness here and where it's not. Her hair is, she's in great condition. And I mean, you know, her legs might be a little loose, but she's in great condition. And I feel very blessed to have this #1 Leonie. I'm pretty sure she's the first edition in my collection. So, oh my goodness. Anyway, this came out to be a very long video, and I hope you stuck through it all. And, you know, I didn't really share a whole lot of stories today, but that's okay. I had so much to talk about with these beautiful Leonies here. So everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I'm hoping that if I can manage to get 1,000 subscribers, that I am going to have a Q&A video. So you can ask me anything you want, and I'll answer it within reason. So, you know. But anyway, everybody, I will catch up to you real soon and talk to you again later. Bye. And yeah, I have to shut it off manually. Okay, here's all my Leonie dolls lined up. This is my oldest Leonie from 2008. This is my Leonie from 2016. Notice her eyes are greenish, more hazel. And my youngest Leonie from 2022, her eyes are brownish. So I had to put a sticker across an address that I accidentally showed on that Etsy seller. So that's why I was like, what? So anyway, in case you were wondering what happened, that's what it was. So, all right, everybody, talk to you later.